Chapter 7. How to use your personality to win the affection of the opposite sex. There are, of course, numerous ways of gaining the admiration of those you wish, but I will give you only the most practical ones. First, we should study the character of the ones we wish to win. Love is first started in the flame by sympathy, or by liking or pretending to like the things the other one likes. But right here, let me warn you, never pretend. Of times, to be sure, affection has been won by pretending to be in complete sympathy with the one desired, only to prove disastrous later on. Pretensions may do during the short courtship, but they will not make good after marriage. This is the cause of much of the unhappiness in married life. In true love, there is no pretense. There is entire sympathy with each other's aims and ideals. It is not meant that both should be the same in character. Neither is it expected that their wishes shall be identical on respects, but there must be a general inclination toward the same desire and taste. The development of your fascinating powers. The development of your powers of fascination and how to use them to the best advantage is a study in itself. It is the inherent desire of every natural man to win the affection of a good woman, as it is the desire of every woman to win some good man. Until they do, they feel that they have not enjoyed real happiness. I will mention some of the qualities women admire in a man. In the first place, he must be a man through and through. He must treat women in a manly way and fully respect them. He must be careful in his language, never to say anything that he would not say in the presence of his mother. A kind of woman a man admires is a womanly woman. She must at all times keep her dignity, be a lady at all times. The man may sometimes enjoy the companionship of a good fellow sort of girl, but she is not the kind he chooses for a wife. He selects the one he holds in the very highest esteem, and in whom he has confidence, the one who conducts herself with modesty and good sense. A man is never attracted to a cold-appearing girl, with an exaggerated dignity and an unsociable manner, nor the girl will always seem to be afraid of her reputation, as though it were something too frail to withstand everyday use, nor the one who seems always suspicious of actions and words. Real love can only be experienced by the manly man and the womanly woman. They are the only ones who have the capabilities of the real lover. Mere attraction between male and female is not real love, although it may develop into love by the great law. There are very few men and women who know anything about the real qualities they should possess. They do not know how to select one of the opposite sex worthy of real love. But anyone who reads this work cannot give this lack of knowledge as an excuse hereafter. Real love makes a wonderful change in a person. A couple meet, and in time they become very much fascinated with each other. The man obtains power over the girl. She is willing to leave what has been the dearest things in her life for home and family, for the man she loves. She will sacrifice everything for him. The same is true of man. It is in everyone's nature to want a man and home of his own, a fireside to preside over. It is here that a woman develops her real self. We will now study the man as he really is, with all his weaknesses. Most men are fond of good meals. A wife can find out what he likes, and if she uses tact, she can always have something that he likes. Probably the biggest mistake a woman can make is to keep herself untidy. You hear a woman say, "I wouldn't give a snap of my fingers for a man who wouldn't love me the same in old clothes as he would in my best clothes." They don't stop to think that there is a big difference between a fair face free from scowls, hair nicely arranged, an attractive dress, a pleasant smile, which is what the man sees in his courting days and the way she usually keeps herself after marriage. You will find that the wife who holds her husband's affection is one who takes the same pride in her appearance after marriage as before, and who retains her modesty. The former is what he thinks he is getting, but when he finds that she is the reverse, his affection is keen to change. It would be well if all men could see their future wives in their home when they are not expecting anyone. If a girl is in the habit of keeping herself untidy in her parents' home, she will in her own home when she has one. It is easy enough to win a husband or a wife, but there are few who are capable of keeping them feeling that they are the one person in the world that they want, as in the days of courtship. Every man and woman possesses good qualities, and the secret of a happy home is to draw out these good qualities. Far more may be accomplished with gentleness than with brute force. There is a certain act of doing things that brings results. The person who uses tact may get his own way about things, and yet make it appear that it is the other one who is leading. Headstrong persons have to be managed in this way. There is a wonderful magic in love. It brings the real happiness into the world. Marriage should bring happiness, and it would if each one would develop the qualities of true manhood in true women. Every man should have a kind and devoted wife who believes in him with an unswerving confidence. Every woman should have a real husband, who is worthy of respect and affection. People, as a rule, are not careful enough of their associates. A man is known by the company he keeps, so is a woman. We should study new acquaintances carefully and discover whether or not their friendship would be valuable. It is not always those with the highest education who make the best woman and man. It is those with the greatest amount of common sense who are the most desirable. With careful observation, you can soon decide whether a person has desirable traits of character. At first, a person may pretend to be what he is not, but gradually the real nature is disclosed, and especially if he is permitted to do the talking, one thing will disclose another until finally the truth is revealed. The young girl who is receiving attention from a young man should permit no liberties from the very beginning. There is an old saying to the effect that certain things should be nipped in the bud. Keep the bud from becoming a blossom. Coming events cast their shadows before, and a person's character and purpose may generally be read at a glance. Men and women of today are more careful in selecting partners for marriage, and still divorces are becoming more numerous. That wonderful love that sways men and takes them off their feet must be better controlled.